matches they got through the draft will play out. EG versus Team Secret, game number 1 of this best of 3. The winner will go through into the grand final of the first ever Dota 2 major here in Frankfurt.
It looks like it's going to be pretty standard lane setup here from EG. I'm expecting them to just run the... Whenever they pick Sumail, the Timber side is played in the safe lane. They pick it late into the draft when they know they can make it work. The Axe off lane from Universe might be joined by only PPD's Wyvern, or maybe also Fear. I guess the one-on-one matchup that they're expecting in the bottom lane for Sumail is probably that of the Tusk, but it looks like Secret might try to catch them off guard with their laning as well.
Yeah, they have different plans. They're going to push that Ember Spirit down to the bot lane, at least. That looks to be the intention, letting Weeha play that Magnus in mid, and then giving the space on the top lane for the last real core, which is Misery on that Tusker. But as you'd expect with a game like this, especially when you hit that 4-minute mark, rotations are going to be the key, and that may be also the lanes as well. Like, you see the lanes, you can switch yourself around. What's the favorable matchup you're also looking for? You can make it happen.
Is this the first time Weeha plays Magnus this event? I feel like it's been Misery every single time for Team Secret. It is a hero I believe Weeha has played competitively.
Yeah,
so
he's played a mid before, but I think you're right that it was normally Misery who plays that Magnus offlane.
Instead, this game he's going to be on the Tusk, and the laning for Secret might be a little bit surprising here for EG.
They got a little
probably in a good way. They're going to have a Timber one-on-one matchup versus an Ember Spirit. I don't see any way Ember actually really wins this lane.
But what else do you do? Do you rotate someone down? You can try and find up on top lane. Pylite die right behind Universe. They're going to get these shards out, and Universe needs to start spinning, but he's not getting anything off. Secret, there's no more control available. He is also hovering behind. They got that sentry ward down, so they understand just how far Pylite Eye will commit to this. And now EG move their Wyvern off that mid lane, and he was coming up to top. Looks like PPD will change his route.
This is some good harassment to start from Team Secret, of course, forcing out a lot of tangos from the Axe. And the laning decision from Secret is strictly, okay, we know they want to challenge our Ember Spirit in the safe lane. We can't put him there. What are our secondary options?
Top lane, they're having another play right now with that slow, focusing over on Puppey. The Void will go over on Misery. Puppey does not have Shallow Grey, but Misery back in range of his tier 1 tower. Both teams muscling on this top lane to try and get control of it, the advantage. Universe, however, does not want to be that close to Wave when that happens. Puppey, you can see why he levels up Shadow Wave when Universe cops that much damage. 3 injured creeps around him, cops a fair chunk.
I feel like I just took a time machine. We're actually watching an aggressive tri-lane versus a safe lane tri-lane. This is very rare in this tournament.
It was rare in this patch as well. Before we came into this tournament, we were expecting a whole bunch of dual lanes to be coming out, with these down Slaughter off lanes being the norm. But yeah, not even just the fact we're running tri-lane versus tri-lane, but you got a bounty hunter in this safe lane tri-lane. Like, what does Pylite Day even really offer in this lane?
Not very much to start. I think the main hero we need to keep our eyes on for Secret to get out from this laning stage, it's already not looking too good for them, is the Ember Spirit, who will get a fast level 6 on Envy, so he can probably rotate and try to salvage the top lane. Magnus will have a pretty hard time managing until he gets a Blink Dagger. And at the same time, you look at Secret, well, if they don't help their safe lane, what are their options? Can they really gank the mid lane? And ganking Windranger together, or Windranger against Magnus, is pretty difficult with their heroes. And the bottom lane is just not, that's flat out impossible to kill this Timbersaw. Yeah,
they don't have enough control over him. They also need to get the vision advantage back in the favor of Team Secret. That happened even before we hit the creep wave. Hello, middle lane, Weeha. He's going to skewer himself away. That last attack from Arteezy, it won't connect in time, and Weeha survives on 13 life. It was a shackle shot onto the creep and the follow-up power shot, and Weeha's completely forced out this mid lane.
EG are winning 3 lanes right now, I think. I guess you could argue the safe lane is kind of a draw, but it's a Tusk farming for them on that lane. He's not going to scale nearly as well as the Windranger mid or the Timbersaw safe lane for EG.
And Timbersaw is really, like, he's getting so much out of this lane. 15-5, you're already getting up in the levels. And the rotation that comes from Sumail early on is going to do a lot more. So if Secret try and commit into Evil Geniuses anywhere near their tier 1 tower, a quick TP up, a chain with Whirling Death, and Secret are going to lose a lot of life very quickly. The shards, not even going to block Fear in. It's almost like it's trying to keep the Radiant creep wave out so Secret can just keep this farm going, but like between Splinter Blast, Universe can just walk over. We're about to hit nighttime. It's 10 seconds until that arrives, and Fear, while he's not up in the levels, it's still that time when the Night Stalker becomes a little bit more powerful.
And what I can see happening in this top lane is, well, now it's nighttime, so now it's a lot harder. Nice rune steal here from Pilot Eye. Trying to maybe get a hit in on Arteezy here. Do a little bit of damage. Oh, needs to be a little careful with Arteezy. Should be fine. Rotation.
Here we go. But Fear, he's got the dust available. The Splinter Blast going to fly into the shackle. It won't latch from Arteezy, but Pilight's way too low. He's still going to go down. The attack missing up the hill the first time, but Arteezy will hit it the second time. Weehaw going to skewer Fear back underneath the tower. The 6 is there to regenerate quickly, and Fear will survive. Weehaw not too high in life, but he's still got enough to turn around and punish the captain of Evil Geniuses.
And Weehaw should be very happy he got a trade-off there. That's basically a little bit of a freebie that PPD ended up giving him by overextending. Understandable that they thought they could go for the kill, but Arteezy was out of mana, Fear was out of health, and PPD was out of Arctic Burn, so they didn't really have any way of finishing it off, but it was pretty close. Still EG. I'm imagining the only way they can get a kill in the top lane here for Secret is they have to get an exceptionally good Shadow Wave that just catches EG off guard, and even against that, they do have the Cold Embrace if they time it right. So Secret have to just kind of concede this top lane and try to focus more on maybe winning mid, as they did a little bit there with the bounty.
Is there a way they can just rotate out the Tuskar a little bit earlier on? Maybe give that Bounty Hunter a couple of levels? Because Pilot Eye's now rotated down to the bottom lane, but as we already mentioned, he can't kill off Samael. In fact, he probably runs the risk of feeding Samael a kill. And in fact now, he will actually start the attack. Whirling Death, and they actually bring in Weehaw with that haste rune. They've got Naxxa, and they're going to drag Samael back. Whirling Death off cooldown 1 second time, and there it is. He gets the kill on Pilot Eye with Fear arriving, and the Wind Ranger. They power shot through the Magnus. The first rotations really from Team Secret. The bounty off top, the mag off mid, and both of them die on this off lane.
EG looked like they were completely ready for that. The rotations were very quick. They had the right heroes in the right place at the right time. And like you said, Samael easily kills off the bounty when he tries to open on him. And Magnus, I don't really know why Secret even tried for that kill. They didn't have RP. Magnus is level 5.
And you got to expect TP support to come in from EG as well.
Yeah, like they don't get that kill fast. Ember doesn't really have burst yet, neither does Bounty, and Magnus without RP, they're missing that significant piece of lockdown and a little bit of extra damage that they needed for that kill. This game is already starting to look pretty grim for Secret. And this, I mean, we've seen them in this situation before in this tournament where they lose the early game and then on the back of this Magnus plus Ember Spirit combo they come back, but that's usually where Envy has farm. And he is losing his lane. Weeha's also losing his lane. So Misery has to carry the load for a bit.
Envy just hasn't lost his lane. He's abandoned it. He's moved into the Dire jungle now. It's the only safe place he can farm up. That's a Timbersaw with 40 CS, 1 kill to his name. The Timber is almost a full 1,000 net worth in front of this Magnus. And Magnus is the highest net worth on Team Secret's lineup.
Meanwhile, PPD is playing role number 7 with 320 net worth.
They're giving him the space now for the curse on bottom.
Classic PPD. I mean, why not? He might as well be completely selfless here. He knows the other cores benefit a lot from this farm. He's letting Fear get items. It's very important on Ice Stalker to not play a hard support. PPD just needs boots and maybe a soul ring. He can continue far into the game with very minimal items.
This timing movement as well from EG is very reminiscent of how they used to play Fear on the safe lane. Rotate him into the jungle with a little bit of early lifesteal, and then just let the core get a lot of farm. That's how they got quick level 6s over on the leaners or whatever heroes needed their big ultimates. And when you got a Timbersaw, you've already got that like built-in regeneration. So farming up inside the jungle is very simple for him. But PPD can't stand closer on the lane. He's a little bit concerned about where the Bounty Hunter is. Top lane as well, Fear going on Misery. The boy's already been used as Samael quickly came in with a chakram, but he doesn't do enough damage in time, so yep.
I think he was half a second off that kill. The Whirling Death came right after he put out, and I think he didn't manage to pull the chakram back either on time. That could have been a kill. Shouldn't underestimate the Whirling Death damage against the strength hero, of course, as Misery is, but...
PPD on bottom lane, trying to fly himself out, that Arctic Burn making his way for the tree line, and Pilot Die able to claim it, so Team Secret finally getting something in return. Fear doesn't really have enough damage to kill off Pilot Die. And that's why he's not going to be using that dust of his.
That is a very big kill for Secret. It brings Pilot Eye almost up to level 6.
Misery's going to snowball down. They really want to get Fear, and this could actually push Pilot Eye to that level 6. Barely off it, but that's that combo you were talking about, Syndrin. That Shadow Wave damage from the Dazzle when Tuskar can close the distance.
And that was even against a hero with 6 armor, but it just deals a lot of damage. I think there were 2 targets inside with that Shadow Wave, and as I was mentioning, that was a big kill, bringing Pilot Eye almost close to 6 with the first kill, and then the second one brings him over the top. So track available minute 9, I think is more than Secret could have hoped for with their initial laning. These 2 kills are giving them a fighting chance.
I'm still looking though with the timing of EG. Axe got a decent amount of CS on that top lane. He's up to level 7 at the moment and sitting just shy of 1200 gold. So in just over 1000 gold he'll have Dagger up and running, and Secret will be the ones being initiated on, as opposed to what they kind of want to have happen, where Weehara is able to get these RPs off. But he'll need the Blink Dagger to make that work. Pilot Eye is able to get some good information on Arteezy and PPD. Poppy's in no real position where he could fight this, but at least lets Misery know how long he can stay close on that tower.
A little bit of a track flies out. This, of course, gives information to both teams. First of all, Pilot Eye can now track his movement, but he also showed himself while doing it. So PPD knows that the Bounty Hunter is in the bottom half of the map, and it might allow them to put a little bit more pressure on top without risking that counterplay immediately. At least you have to TP in. It's way easier for EG to do something about it, but they're just content to farm, and I still don't see why not. They have to have a pretty good idea that Eternal Envy is shut down decently in this game.
The only concern
is Sumail.
Yes, Sumail's having a great time. He just keeps skipping it out. But Eternal Envy is at least able to soak up the experience on top, and because you got the 3 players from Secret on bottom, is keeping at least PPD and Arteezy underneath this tier 1 tower on the bot. So they are finding a little bit more space for Weehara to get his farm in the mid. Axe isn't really contesting against this either. So Secret are starting to repair a little bit of the damage that was done by EG early on. Just levels it up, not gets no advantage, just levels it.
Do you remember what the passive GPM is? Just from AFK and base?
I do not.
PPD's GPM right now is 113. Like, he is... I know I've already said it, but he's actually dropping in fourth. Now it's 260. He just keeps buying everything for his team. So sacrificial in this matchup. I think this is easily the most gimped I've seen him be at minute 11.
But
maybe ever, at least in this tournament.
Like, there's no other real choice. PPD. The Night Stalker needs to have farm so he can run into the engagements, and if there is a big RP, he needs to be able to survive when that happens. The Axe, the Timbersaw, you're still running 3 melees against an RP. So you have to come in close, and the RP can then just go to work. Not to mention when you get the RP combo, the Sleight of Fist damage, once Ember Spirit gets that Battle Fury, is going to do a lot more work. That's when Eternal Envy levels it. Currently, he's just focusing on the Searing Chains plus the guard.
And just to finish off on PPD, I do want to mention that even though he has absolutely no net worth, he's still finding the levels. He's getting level 6 now, minute 12, which, considering his low net worth, a lot of the time in the past when we've seen supports being this poor at this stage, they will be like level 3 or 4. But he still managed to find what he needs to do. And as I mentioned, just a pair of boots and a level 6 should do it. Mm-hmm. At least for now.
But he can't afford boots yet.
No, soon.
Maybe after this pull. He's got Splinter Blast, so...
Yeah, he can secure them.
Getting some money is going to be easy enough. And if he gets a curse off the fight, he does his job. Speaking of jobs, Envy getting a lot of money in. That Battle Fury timing, they need to try and increase it. But taking out the triple stack like he just is going to work. And he also has that, the poor man's Battle Fury. It's a level 2 in power. In fact, we are putting more levels up in that than he is in the Skewer.
He's going to max it. That's the only logical way for Secret to play right now, is to max out in power and just try to play the greed game and see if they can take it to that late scenario that they really like with their Ember.
Is that really going to be enough?
I don't know, but I don't think there's a better choice right now. The problem is there's a little bit of a disconnect in their strategy, since that kind of super late game strat where you just want to farm up a lot, Bounty Hunter doesn't really provide the same kind. Yes, you get the information, but if you don't have a fighting lineup, you're going to get so many track kills. Maybe now they do, though.
Have they got enough to finish the job? They will. Fear will arrive. It is in the nighttime, but what's he really going to do up against Pilot Eye? Eternal Envy is still ready to fight, so he's steering chase back off cooldown, but Universe jumps forward, gets the call, and the dunk of the bounty, and the shackle! It lands on Eternal Envy! Secret of Overstayed, they're welcome. They thought they had the better advantage here, but EG, they bring the numbers. The focus fire keeps going, and Envy's got no way out this one, apart from that quick jump, the power shot, it misses Eternal Envy, and Tusker, Misery turns around to get that shackle off. Luckily for him, the tree line behind him was broken, so Arteezy's shackle does not latch.
That was such an important sequence of events for Secret. They get the kill with track and Envy gets the last hit. Then he has enough one charges to stay outside of Culling Blade range and plays that perfectly with the disengage. And Axe, Universe there gets a little bit greedy, thinking he can maybe push him over the top and then get the Culling Blade off, and then Ezra shows up with a great snowball combination. Excellent play all around here from Secret.
Arteezy's going to be so angry though. Like that power shot position, it was only just an inch off hitting Eternal Envy, and then the shackle not being able to touch because the tree line was already destroyed by Eternal Envy because he jumped back to the camp with a spirit previously, and it took out the tree line. So there was nothing to be like for the shackle to latch to. That's just missed opportunities for EG where maybe they could have got the counter kills in Secret. They got a little bit of an advantage, and now they're going to try and force it further. So Magnus now with the Blink Dagger and RP off cooldown. Misery and Puppy, they're waiting to play on this bottom lane, and if EG defend this, they lose heroes. It's that simple.
Tower is under attack.
Unless they bring their entire team.
Yep. It looks like that's what EG or Secret are a little bit scared of here. EG do of course have a good ward, and Secret have a lane ward pretty far down between the two towers, and the fact that they don't see anyone down there makes them... There's no one down there and there's no one up top. Oh, where can they be? It's a pretty clear read for them, backing off here. And I do think that if a fight were to break out, that would have definitely favored EG. Now that sereia has Bloodstone, if he gets targeted down, will of course heal the team up. And if he doesn't, well, he can keep going in these fights for a very long time.
That fight on top is going to have serious ramifications.
Oh, they saw Pi.
Fear actually dusts off. sereia bumped into him. Might have been enough to say to Fear, just give it a crack, let the dust fly, and they kill off the bounty hunter.
That's very nice for sereia, of course. Immediately after getting your Bloodstone, finding an easy pick, always good. It's not the most valuable kill, but it still just propels EG in the right direction. And the most important thing you've got to be looking for right now is, okay, what EG, when are they going to find the team fight they're looking for? Because Secret's team fight is not strong enough just yet. The Empower plus Sleight of Fist is not leveled fully up. They still need more key items. EG would love to fight them with a good Blink call and of course the Winter's Curse. But Secret are splitting out nicely.
EG are looking for a fight. They've got their smoke. Pylai Die running around inside of his invis. They don't have detection this time around. Night Stalker still waiting till he completes up the phase boost before he flies out that dust charge he's got sitting in his stash. But from that smoke, EG do get a good aggressive ward off. So they understand when Secret are farming, but really so much of the farm's already been done. Eternal Envy with BTs and currently just walking around with a Void Stone. It's like he has no intention of joining these fights, and he doesn't really need to either. Like his damage would be nice, but only if really required.
Arteezy draws a circle, or something kind of similar. Probably saying to his team, they're all in this area, we need to start taking control of this area so they don't just free farm. And that's the real challenge for EG right now, is forcing the team fight by invading the jungle. If they just let Secret continue to farm, they're in a pretty good position. Like, it's a dead even game on gold and XP right now. And that's what Secret were hoping for after a bad early game. They could just pull it back into this kind of a stall state.
It's crazy they've managed to do that, but it's at the same time then, is this because of the choices EG have made? Like the one time when Universe really gets involved in the fight up on the top lane, he ends up dying, and we've never really felt the presence of this Blink Dagger since then. The Night Stalker, that nighttime aggression you normally search for, hasn't really come. It's just made him a little bit stronger when Secret are fighting, but Secret are fighting in force. And sereia hasn't really joined the fights either. He's finished up this Bloodstone. Yeah, he got himself a good charge, but that was kind of Secret coming towards him.
Interesting. He's going for a Yule Scepter. He can
Pylai Die
use it for a couple of good
sentries down. And does PPD want to commit the curse for this one? He is not going to, but Universe, the Blink call, if they can do enough damage, they can just Culling Blade him down, not even required. At the same time, in the middle lane, a big kill over on Arteezy. So it ends up being a 1-for-1 trade-off. EG not getting the better of this.
They might after Sumail pushes this out at bottom, though. Universe is going to join him as well. They get a tower in addition, and I don't think EG will lose one of their own.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So they do manage to accomplish this. Want to finish off on the Sumail Yules here. It's not an item I think we've seen him buy that often on Timbersaw. It's occasionally really good. Of course, this game he can remove track. He can counterplay the Magnus if he has vision and sees him before he blinks in for an RP. He can instant Yules him with a pre-click. He can purge off Flame Guard, which can also be very nice for his team. And of course, allows him to maybe also counterplay the Tusk a little bit with the Snowball in.
That's got a lot of benefits to this.
And there's one more thing.
There's more, but wait.
You can kill a hero that's Shallow Grave, which is actually really nice. When the Shallow Grave hero starts running out of a grave, if he's not healed up enough, Yules also deals 50 damage. And you can't heal them while they're in the Yules. So casting this when there's about 2 seconds left on grave on a low HP target just secures it very nicely. Of course, they do have the dunk, which is kind of nice too, right? But more options, so.
Well, Sumail does like to go solo every now and then, not always holding the hands of Universe. But that Yule set we've been talking about is now complete, so we're under 20 minutes. We've already got a 9 Bloodstone Charge Timber Sword with Yule Scepter up. What's his next item here? Like, do you go for more lockdown? Do you go for more control? Do you also easily kill off the Bounty Hunter? The Sentry Ward was down, which is what gave him a little bit of extra vision. Universe going to go to Quick Dunk. That'll complete up his 4-staff as well with that kill. It opens up EG to go for the tier 1 tower in mid.
Secret getting a trade, yes they are. Puppey doesn't want to go for the last hit down bottom, plays it safe, standing back in case there was a rotation coming in, but now that he sees there is none, he will push out the wave. And looks like Puppey is going for an early medallion. Oh, wait, it's not really that early, it's actually 20 minutes already, but he's going for a medallion, he got it now. And that's classic Secret, playing on the Dire. They want to try to get that medallion secure rush. And I feel like Secret as a team in this tournament has probably bought medallion more than most other teams. They seem to prioritize that item a little bit more.
Also another classic Secret thing, around this 20-minute mark, they just push Envy away from the top lane. They don't want him to die, so now Envy, he's playing almost like his anti-mage game. Runs directly into the Radiant jungle. Weehar's going to dance into this tier 2 tower. There's just too much force from Evil Genius for him to survive. And it's kind of surprising that the Secret, or at least Weehar, made that choice, because Secret normally understand around this time the tier 1 tower is going to be pushed, and they just abandoned it. They go and they find the trade-off in another lane, but Weehar still found himself up there.
Well, bottom lane, nice shackle from Arteezy.
Oh, can he finish the job though? Paradise in the neighborhood. Now Arteezy will be forced back, but not back too far, underneath his own tier 1 tower.
They still distributed their resources nicely. They knew that the kill on Weehar would allow them to take the tower top without needing to commit the Wind Ranger focus fire. So she just TP's bottom, saves the half of this tier 2, which you could say, on the contrary, very nice by Puppey to actually get that much damage out. So both teams are reading the map movements pretty well here. It is EG now with a pretty significant lead, though, after a couple of good events for them. But Secret, as mentioned, they can easily get this back with a farm on Envy.
Because he's almost finished that Battle Fury. And once that's up, then you got Battle Fury plus the Empower buff up. I'd like to say that Weehar did max it out, but he hasn't found enough levels yet to do so. But I think he understands what his role is in this game. If EG try and force anything into the buildings when Secret's ready to fight, aka they need a Battle Fury, yeah, Arteezy should be dead. The snowball forward, they should still have the punch available, waiting for that wind run to wear off, and now Arteezy, they let Pylite die, attack him and kill him off.
He got a really good shackle shot actually, but not enough.
Secret, just watch, what is this money for? Is the bounty hunter to get what critical item? Because they purposefully let him kill the Wind Ranger.
No, the two other heroes they were shackled together so close that you couldn't even see the shackle shot. Like, they were in melee range with each other, so it was invisible. And Envy couldn't deal the damage when they went in because of the wind run, so Sleight of Fist missed. But yeah, what's he gonna use it for? That's the real question.
Top lane, Universe, he misses the call. Eternal Envy instantly triggered the invis room, but now he wants to fight, but Fear is still here. How much damage have they got? Not enough, and Weehar's going to arrive. Falls up in with the cut! PBT! Stopping Weehar in his tracks. The skill will push Fear back a little bit further into the dire jungle, faking out the RP for now. Now the snowball will arrive from Misery. Fear still trying to chase after Weehar. The Universe, maybe with that 4-star forward, he catches Puppey. They have enough damage. They'll dunk him in just a sec. That Shallow Grave does not protect you from the manliest of axes. Misery hiding in the tree line too. He'll blink in deeper Sumail. He's on the hunt in Misery. He doesn't have a TP available. 35 seconds before it comes back off cooldown. But does Sumail want to keep checking for this? He will not. He'll focus on the lane and actually jump forward in ahead of Weeha. Yulsep is up, but Weeha will not chase. Also another big problem with that Yulsep, when he hits the ground, he can't just blink after because he takes that damage.
Yep. That's also good against the Tusk, who also went for a blink. So I like this Yule's pickup a lot from sereie in this game. It just has so much utility. Even if two of the things we've mentioned weren't available, it would still be a nice pick, but that there's so many things just makes it a very, very good pickup. Now, finally, a big item for Secret. I do think it comes out a little bit late considering how they've tried to play this game, but of course with Envy's death that he suffered there.
Oh, top lane, sereie. The RP's going to hit, snowball forward as well. Misery still with the Walrus Punch of Verbal. They're going to skewer him up at the same time, taking him too far away from the tree line, so the Timber Chain will not be able to latch, and sereie will drop to Team Secret, and maybe they pick up more. PPD, that Slider Fist steering from Envy holds him in position. The 4-star available for Universe, pushing the Wyvern back even further, and Secret, they're giving respect to EG under the tier 1 tower. Universe gives no respect, however. Blinks forward, calls to pull Misery back to Shackle, latching on Misery as well as Puppy together. There's still so much life for Secret to work with, and they want to dive in deep, but that Shuriken toss bouncing down because of the track. They've taken out PPD. They'll get Universe as well. sereie comes respawning up to that top lane. Upside about a Bloodstone, but Secret, they've already left the scene of the crime.
Lots of money for Pylite going in there with those couple of track kills. He got beautiful Shuriken that dodged, or that flew between all three heroes. Of course, no way for them to get away from that situation. PPD thought he was safe. He was really far back, but it was carried over to him by, I believe, the axe there. And Secret with a couple of big kills. Now, suddenly, Eternal Envy is top on net worth with that death on sereie. Didn't manage to Bloodstone Suicide either.
This is the worst thing you could have when you go up against Team Secret. It's what they've crushed so many teams within this competition already. Just the farmed up Eternal Envy here, that big hero that just cannot be stopped when you hit that 40 to 50 minute mark. And with a Blink Dagger as well, Eternal Envy, one, he's difficult to catch out when he starts to split push, but two, you've also got him being in a better position when the fights begin. So he can keep up when the Magnus wants to blink forward and go for the RP. He can get the instant steering chains into the Slider Fist. And because of the cleave he does as well, if EG get 2, 3, 4 heroes caught up in that RP, they're going to take terrible damage. Envy, well, he just keeps that top lane pressured out, and this buys space for the rest of Team Secret to finish up Roshan.
Yeah, in addition, he already has a defensive mechanism in the Tusk and his team, so if Misery just saves him with a snowball, Eternal Envy can blink out of that one. A good split push play here from Secret with Envy securing the roast, like you said, the medallion being put to use by Puppy. And all of a sudden that lead EG were building is kind of gone.
Yeah. It was hilarious because it was actually kicking back up for EG. They had over 4,000 net worth going their way, but Team Secret, they swing it by 4K on the experience as well. Taking not a commanding lead, we're still 26 minutes in, so having a 2,000 advantage is pretty meh. But they have the ability, the items, the abilities to keep these fights going. And EG is kind of the same as well. It kind of comes down to the initiation. Arteezy is increasing his damage as well. You cannot underestimate how much that Wind Ranger can do. But it's a non-maneuverable Wind Ranger. So these Blink Daggers from Misery, available Pilot Eye comes in. You'll go for the track, and Eternal wants to fight PPD. Hiding inside that Invis room for the moment. He can go for a quick curse. And while Team Secret are not completely grouped up, now they are. sereie's in a world of hurt. Just getting punched down by the Tusker. PD will TP himself away to safety just in time. Before Secret understand he did disappear.
Yeah, made the call to back. He could have got a 2 or 3 man curse, but they didn't have the reinforcements there anyway to deal out the damage and win the fight.
The only thing I could have done was maybe save sereie.
Yeah, potentially. It could have actually been worth a try to see if he could do that, but casting the curse would have also put his own life at risk.
Yep.
And then maybe they would have both died.
It would have been the ultimate sacrifice, and they kind of need the curse, because without the curse, Team Secret would be a lot more aggressive pushing into this tier 2 tower. They need to have his big control. RP, oh, big one! There it is! We are catching out 3! Wind them all together! There isn't enough follow-up in the Shackle! Now the turnaround from Evil Jesus! The Yules will keep Magnus out of this fight for now. Misery controlled in the mid lane. How much can they do? sereie with a double kill. Misery needs to retreat as quickly as he possibly can. Puppy waiting in the tree lane. He's too far away to get that shallow grab off. A triple kill for sereie. As Eternal Envy steering chains will hold EG in position. So they couldn't instantly chase him down, but that is 3-for-1 trade off PPD. Again, the sacrificial lamb of EG.
And Secret don't have the damage yet to make a play like that. It looked so good for them, and you can't blame Weehaw for going for a 3-man RP and skewering them outside the base. But Samil did respawn and get in a great position to... I think he found a 3-man Whirlith, Timber Chain, and Chakram combo. At that point, you're just like, in this stage of the game, Timbersaw is an absolute god if uncontrolled.
It's just crazy to think about it. Like maybe if the Ember Spirit did have that damage, Eternal Envy's walking around with 3,000 gold, something like a Crystallis might have been enough. You get a big crit on those EG clustered heroes. But not going to happen, and Team Secret, they have to go back again to this split push play. The tier 1 tower is being attacked on the top lane just by the creep wave, but pushed in by Eternal Envy. And this tower's actually going to die to Cardi. 4-star forward, Universe can't make it in time. We sit at 13-12 now, and this golden experience graph is just basically like a flowchart. It's going up and down and around. You try and find your way to your end goal.
And Universe is getting a good item here. This is a very valuable item at this point in time against the Ember Spirit.
PPD,
Crimson Guard.
He's got no Arctic Burn. He's dead here. He came for a ward mission. Pardai blinked into the pit to follow him, and now PPD, all he can do is Cold Embrace. The Chakra might buy enough time. How much have they got with that skewer up back into the Arctic Burn? PPD, okay, he's just standing and attacking. Potentially he could have made a run for the cliffside, but that's just a good read from Weehaw to force him back with the skewer. Axe. Steering chains, that 4-star again kicks in. He's got a lot of survivability with that Crimson Guard.
Now, yep, the Crimson Guard great against the Ember, and now they also have the Night Stalker Axe, which I think is the bigger one. Axe onto Fear will give a lot of information to EG, and they should be able to clear their own jungle out, which right now is absolutely piled with wards from Secret.
I know, has Team Secret seen this? The Aghanim Scepter gem?
I don't think so.
We've also got to keep in mind too that's a little bit deceptive about the vision that Axe gives. Now they definitely see him. Hard-Eye blinks up, 4 staffs away, Samel's on the chase. And while Fear does have that unobstructed vision, the vision doesn't extend as far.
I was able to escape because of that defensive observer ward they have. And
Blink, Arteezy, looking for an opening, going to get tracked up. Eternal Envy actually spiriting himself away from the fight. All they can do is just mop up the sigil so EG can keep the chase going. Samel can't do that when he misses the Timber Chain like that. But a little bit further down, Misery, well, you can be seen. And that's going to be a very dead Tuskar. Samel comes in, ensures the kill, and starts building up these Bloodstone charges once more.
Yeah, that was very important that he got the kills, first of all in mid, and now this one. He was dropping down to, I think, 4 charges, or maybe 5. Got to keep the momentum going to make this item really pay off. EG are actually falling a little bit behind. I thought this was going to look a little healthier for them on gold, but of course the split push from Envy is starting to really become a problem now that he had all these items.
His damage output's also going to be a big problem. Weehaw, that's not the greatest position for him. Samel's going to chain forward. Skewer from Weehaw being used defensively. He's got Blink off cooldown in 1 second time, but that's why Samel instantly goes for the Eul Scepter. They've got RP available, but the call into the Culling Blade ensures the kill on Weehaw. Samel not exactly where he intended to be. Got himself caught in the cliffside. They want to keep this chase going. Eternal Envy as well as Puppey TPing out. Have they got a stun? No, they don't. Team Secret will manage to survive.
Look at this ward placement for Team Secret, by the way, on the left-hand side of the map. They're just... I think they specifically placed it here because of the Aghanim Scepter on Night Stalker. They want to find a spot that's so unlikely for NS to check that even though the vision it gives isn't that great, and there's no like Tinker in this game, for example, that you classically counter with that ward, they just need some sort of information. Right now it looks absolutely useless, but that's because Darkness is running. When that is over, it does see into the lane.
They just need something, some kind of advantage, some protection for Eternal Envy, because he's playing this almost like a Tinker. With that just full split push, mop down the creep wave, and then get the hell out. Where does he go from here too? Like, you've got the Battle Fury, Daedalus, BTs. You've got a lot of damage arriving from him, but how do you find your tankability? Is this the game where you look for your Skadi? Or is there a better choice for the Ember?
I think BKB is very good in this game. Of course, the problem is he's still targetable by Winter's Curse and by the Axe Call. But I think even with a Skadi, he's probably going to be brought down in it when all the damage starts coming out from EG. With the BKB, he can play around the Timbersaw very well. He can also play around the Night Stalker Silence. He can play around Shackle Shot. It's tricky, actually. On the flip side, if you go for that BKB and you get opened by anything, you're just
Top
dead.
lane, there's your RP. They really want this quick kill on Arteezy. And Team Secret will take it. That was a 5-man smoke move from Secret. Now they can push for the tier 2 tower.
And they do have the ward right now, covering the left-hand side, so they know there's at least no heroes out here to be able to surprise engage on them from over there. It's decent against Axe right now, having that ward.
It's really troublesome though for Team Secret to keep this creep wave momentum up. But between Splinter Blast and Chakram, and the build coming out from the Timbersaw, I'm wondering if Sumail is considering an Aghanim to actually blink aggressively forward into Team Secret. That'll allow them to skewer him back. The Yulsip defensively, but he doesn't really have a lot of space. They punch him down and Sumail's dead. That might have just been a big misblink.
I have no idea what he was expecting there.
He might have expected the rest of his team to be behind him, but without the win range, it doesn't make a lot of sense. PPD, Eternal Envy's looking for the kill. The Sleight of Fist, that's not enough damage from that. He spirits away, and Team Secret getting some free damage onto a tier 3 tower.
And they removed some Bloodstone charges. That was just a freebie. Secret weren't going to get any more there, and there was no way Sumail would accomplish anything with that play. He would just deal a little bit of damage to the creep wave and maybe hit a couple of heroes, but it wasn't going to stop Secret. That's pretty reminiscent of what Ice did in the last series when he had the Aegis. Did something similar at the mid-tier 2 tower, tries to just harass a bit, doesn't escape, and gives up a free kill.
It's the confidence of a Timbersaw, but you kind of have to wait until your reactive armor charges are up before you can really have that full confidence.
I think regardless, you can't go into the lineup like that. The problem is he blinks in, so when he temper chains out, what's his escape strategy? He needs the blink after the chain to get out again. So maybe he should have gone for a Refresher Orb so he could make that play.
Interesting choice coming out from Weeha. It looks like a Lotus is actually coming from him. I'm wondering what this is really meant to reflect.
It can take off Night Stalker Silence.
Oh, is that what it's all about? Like, it's not about what you actually like, it's what you remove, of course.
That's, yeah, is there anything else? You can reflect Winter's Curse, of course, with the right timing.
He's got the gem, he's watching, he tracks up Sumail already. Team Secret, they haven't finished Roshan yet. Sumail's gonna jump in. There's a good whirling death, but then again, how much damage have they got? Enough to kill off one, kill off two with the dunks. They're looking for more with the Eternal Envy now hitting the ground. Cast him up, dunk on a 3! Mickey J Universe going for more. They find Poppy, they've got the shackle. They're gonna hold him in possession and they're gonna go for 4. No mana available for it, but they still take Team Secret off the map. Roshan was also killed by the Radiant side. Legacy Immortal sitting comfortably in Arteezy's inventory, and that is a huge fight for EG.
Absolutely. I think, did Secret have RP ready for that fight even? Or was it still on?
I believe it was ready.
It was ready. Okay, so they just didn't get it out. And that's just the Night Stalker advantage there. Using the darkness and, of course, limiting the vision of Secret and allowing his team to engage very, very easily. Always so dangerous to take Roshan against lineup like this. And EG, they punish Secret really hard. They're probably going to force a buyback out of the Ember if they even want to try to defend these barracks now.
Yep. When the Magnus comes back alive, they have a chance. Eternal Envy will only buy back if they feel like Magnus is going to get a good RP. But Team Secret may just have to cut their losses. There's no fortification available. EG, the shards will lock them inside the base, but they're perfectly comfortable with this. Mystery actually getting very, very twitchy, blinking himself back. Sumail, well, he doesn't get himself out of the base. You'll set us defensively up. Buys time for the blink. They get the RP! Weeha warps it! Airballing it, and Sumail able to chain down to the tree line, but Ember Spirit, Eternal Envy, proving he knows how to chop with the best of them, taking out that Timbersaw.
That's still not a very good trade for Secret. Trading a buyback for a kill on a Timbersaw with Bloodstone isn't good enough, and surprises me a little bit that Ember bought back before they could have maybe tried for an RP into buyback, but then again, the time it takes from him buying back to being there to deal the damage in the RP might be too long.
Well, they did try the RP. It just didn't connect.
Yeah, EG immediately, so the moment they hear the buyback sound, they just spread out. They're like, okay, it's very clear that Secret buyback the Ember, they're looking for an RP and a multi-hero kill with a Sleight of Fist. They just don't let them have it. So Vlad's on Fear, Blink Dagger all of a sudden here on PPD.
Well, this counter initiation of the Team Secret's getting better and better for EG, where they could just sit so far back. That Lotus Orb is now completed for Weeha. The Courier's a little bit busy, flying out Observer Wards to Poppy. He's still got so much money on him. Almost completed up a 4-staff, already got the Solar Crest available as well. But if he buys this, then there's just, like, he's already short of buyback. If you look at the buybacks of Team Secret, you've only got the Bounty Hunter with money for buyback.
This is a very short time interval that EG have to do this. They're probably pushing because RP is down, but we're talking 10 seconds. So they need to make it happen right away. They do, of course, have an Aegis.
That's still enough for a win ranger.
Yep. They have Aegis on Arteezy, and they can probably just bait him out and do exactly this.
Oh, here they come. Misery. Walrus punching up. They got that Yule Scepter over on the Tusker, however, and Arteezy just wants to finish the job. Big RP from We Are, but the curse from BPD. There's too much damage from Team Secret. EG, they've lost so much. The Aegis, the Immortal. Well, there it goes. Universe. They're on the chase. We Are and Misery. Have they got another controlling factor? There's a sleight of fist damage from Eternal Envy. That's your factor right there. Team Secret, they still lost their melee racks. EG trying to get away with as much as they can. Arteezy, he needs more time. 1 second till the win runs back off cooldown. 5 seconds for his Blink Dagger. The Sleight of Fist will chase Misery. Walrus punch the battle with a shackle from Arteezy. He's killing Misery! He actually takes him as well! But still loses his life. But what's the cost from Secret? When you look at it, you get so many kills back, but you still lost your melee racks. I ask you the question, Synderen, is it worth it?
That is so worth it, considering that there was an Aegis on the enemy team. Losing 1 melee Rex minute 40 with this kind of split push lineup is not the biggest of deals, and the question is what they can force on the other end. They might be able to force out a buyback here from Arteezy's Windranger, possibly.
With that Timbersaw coming back to life again, they can't push. Like with Splinter Blast and Chakram, that's why I'm wondering if this is meant to be an Octarine or if it's meant to be an Aghanim Scepter for the Timbersaw. Having double Chakrams, and I get my answer as he buys up both the Oak Club and the Staff of Wizardry. With the double Chakrams, Secret's ability to enter EG's base is almost impossible.
And they have very few BKBs. They only have the one on the Tusk, so a good combo from Samael deal ridiculous damage. He does have it now. Considering if EG wants to try for a smoke play here, they got a little bit overconfident there, and I think, to be fair, Secret also got maybe a couple of lucky crits on the Sleight of Fist. I think he got 2 crits within the RP on only 3 targets, so fortune favors them a little bit there. Now MKB is going to make it a lot easier. Now he can Arteezy very, very quickly as well. And this is a big moment. They're not getting into this pace. Not like this.
Not when those double Chakrams are up. Secret must have to establish a perimeter around the base of EG, forcing all the lanes. In fact, EG are coming out. They're going to walk right onto the Pylai Die. The Nightmare will trigger Pylai. 4 stuff up and away. Springs the trap. Understands the shields are still up and now goes deeper inside. The call is going to go on Poppy, but that snowball picking up the Dazzle Universe. He threw the flame gun up as they shackled up for your RP. It takes Arteezy out. The curse going to isolate him. Who's the first one to go down? Fierce is still chasing down Poppy a long way to the side, but Poppy will survive. But the damage erupts from Samael with those Chakrams doing the work. Universe wants to go for more. The shackle latch on Misery, but Misery silenced and dunked down by Universe. Secret retreating out. They baited the trap out from EG, yet still made the choice to fight.
Now Fear arrives, just a moment too late to see the Secret heroes TPing out. That could have gone way worse for them. And the important thing here for EG is that they isolate Eternal Envy. They force him out to the right of the fight so he can't come back in. So the moment the RP lands, Secret just don't have the damage. Eternal Envy is too scared to re-engage in case he does get turned around on and killed and doesn't even have buyback. So they try to cut their losses here. They only lose Magnus and the Tusk, which I think, given the circumstances, Secret could actually be fairly happy with. Probably going to cost them a tier 2 here as well, but it's a loss they'll take.
It is. I'm watching that timer, 40 seconds for the RP, where Secret could potentially repel EG. And does EG even feel confident to go, or should they even go? Like, Roshan's up in just under 2 minutes, maybe. Is it better just to establish control of the map? Because Eternal Envy is going to be doing this split push thing. He's up on the top lane doing it right now. Getting a lot more money in his bank account.
Definitely get map control here for EG. They have vision superiority naturally just because of Night Stalker's Aghanims. They have better wards out. Actually, Secret are playing in the dark apart from this one ward they have at the bottom lane, which is actually kind of useful for Roshan. If the enemy team doesn't smoke, you might see their movement pattern going in toward the pit through the bottom lane. It's a very standard way to get in there. But that's the only thing they've got, so they're really playing in fear right now. Look at Eternal Envy. Doesn't even dare standing in his own jungle at this point.
Oh, he just doesn't see anything, as you said.
So what are you going to do?
And maybe that other side of the ward being on the bottom lane is probably the one route that Fear won't run. And when he's got that nighttime up, like, he sees everything. Unobstructed vision with the gem. It's impossible for Secret to hide wards on the map. Like if it was just the Aghanim Scepter, if it was just the gem, then you could put it in specific locations, but a little bit more difficult now. Team Secret smoking to move out, so they are going to blindly move as a full squad. Pylai is the man that's in charge of giving them the vision. So risky for him to do such things, but they have no other choice, Team Secret. They're ready to fight. But you've already got an Ember Spirit who's maxed up to level 25 now. He wants to get involved in the engagements.
Now it's going to be...
That's a quick rush.
That's super quick. That was almost minimum
instant.
respawn time.
That's instant.
And EG, they realize, okay, if we're unlucky, it could be up in a moment. So they're going to start moving into their own jungle and removing vision. Easy with the Quelling Blade for Fear. Find that one. And now the Observer Ward from EG, or sorry, from Secret, isn't really doing much. But the fact that the Sentry got removed means that they know that Fear is in the neighborhood if they noticed. And there's the call out.
Whose bottle is that just sitting inside pit? That's free mana. That's almost worth dropping a Quelling.
Drop the Quelling bit to take the ball.
Well, there's going to be Aegis and Cheese, so they're already going to be pretty tight on item slots.
Secret will smoke. I think they're too late. Yep. I know they're too late.
But definitely, yeah. Roshan's already dead. Aegis the Immortal going to go to the win range, and PPD will be carrying the Cheese for now. It looks like it was Arteezy's bottle.
And the issue is, for Secret in a situation like that, if they can't gather up as a group of 5 and smoke, they are no way going to surprise EG there with Fear with the Aghanim Scepter around that pit area. So EG feeling very confident. They'll now be using their aggression as, of course, their wards will be helping them in case they break the smoke on Secret. And Secret need a really, really good hold right now. As just a mediocre RP is not enough. They're probably going to lose the game then. So Weehaw has to come up big.
They need everything. At least they're going to have buybacks available. In fact, every team has 4 buybacks. Only the Magnus and Timbersaw can't come back a second time. Well, I say that for now. Timbersaw's only 140 gold off. Mag's only 600. So they could get the money during the fight. But EG, they're not taking the risk. There's too much on the line right now, and there's still no real heavy advantage. Yes, they've taken the melee racks in the mid, but you've got... It's only 2.5 to 3k worth of an advantage. It's for golden experience. All the items are still good. The combos are still there from Team Secret. They don't want to take any unnecessary risks.
Aegis and Cheese is worth a lot of net worth, but it doesn't show.
True.
So I do think they have an advantage, but it is about the positioning. How can they siege the tower without allowing for an RP from Secret? And I think Arteezy is a pretty good way of doing it. The problem is the MKB on Emperor will allow them.
They're trying to use... Okay, this is the reason why Fear holds onto his Quelling Blade. Able to de-ward out onto the hillside. Misery Snowball actually puts him very deep, closer towards EG's line. So he triggers that Frozen Sigil, just in case anyone wants to initiate. What Team Secret might have even been hoping was that Observer or D-Ward would be enough of a misposition from Fear. They could get that pick off, have at least the vision advantage back again. They're protecting him as much as they can. Lotus all put him up. The burst gets a call, and the punch the Shackles on Eternal Envy. Locked to the tree, they force him back up to safety, but the curse, it locks 4 heroes from Secret there. With the Meg Charge coming out, Secret repair a lot of the damage, and EG don't get their initiation, then it's Misery who rolls out. Now you're RP, the skewer back, they burn the Aegis in Universe. He's gonna burn as well, or will he? No, the life is still gonna be enough. The Cold Embrace keeps him alive, but now Misery having to retreat. This BKB of his will wear out. So the RP goes, but EG still with a lot of heroes up the Shockwave forward. Universe, what do you got, Weehaw? There's no skewer. Misery's just going solo on Universe. The Cold Embrace cancels the kill. You don't have enough damage with the Shockwave to do the work. And in fact, Eternal Envy, he has to back out as well. Arteezy keeping on the chase. Fear chasing after Weehaw as well with that chain forward to Mail. He's got Weehaw in the Shallow Grave keeping him up. Axe taking care of Tuskar in the meantime, but Weehaw will die in the tree line. The buybacks, they're coming out from Team Secret. The Shuriken toss forward. Finally, Arteezy will dive at Universe. Back for the dunk, looking for a second. Lexi taking a triple kill against Team Secret. The Team Secret, they hold at least their racks, but the cost is so great. 2 buybacks for them on the Tuskar as well as the Bounty Hunter.
But Envy didn't die, and he can buy a new item very soon.
Is it almost Rapier time where you just need to get that instant crack on EG?
I think so. Playing full Glass Cannon here is probably the way to go. I don't think a tank item is going to do much for him. You just need to have faith in your Magnus delivering an RPs like that one. That was a great play from Weehaw. It looked like EG were actually in quite a bit of trouble with Aegis and Cheese. They still won the fight, like you said, and forced lives out. But if the Aegis and Cheese doesn't go their way, that kind of fight is an absolute... That's a 5-0 for Secret, probably, if they can pull that off again.
And it wasn't even a big RP, when you think about it.
I think he got 2 or 3, and he got the right ones.
He got 2, and that's when they cracked the Aegis to Immortal. That's how
no,
first pop.
He did catch 3, but he only skewered 2, because Arteezy instantly died to a crit, I think. He couldn't skewer in his corpse. Pretty sure about that, but yeah, regardless, whether he caught 2 or 3, it was the play in the moment from Weehaw.
Envy, is this the moment? 6.3k gold on this Ember Spirit. He walks towards the secret shop, and there it is! It is time for the Rapier! For the Ember Spirit! Empower him! Over 700 damage a pop coming out from this Ember Spirit.
Let's see what crits are on creeps here in the mid lane. It's 1007 on creeps, and that's half damage, right?
You would not want to be a Wyvern in this game. You really do not want to be a Wyvern in this game. I'm actually wondering too if this is even like the best thing he can have against the Timbersaw, because he may not have time for his reactive armor to kick up. Yes, of course, he's got the Shiva's Guard, there's already some good armor there, but when that crit hits, you don't have your regeneration. Burst damage is normally the way you kill off the Timbersaw, and with the Rapier, you've got that.
He has 32 armor before reactive armor even starts, if he's in the range of both the Vlads and the Kiras. But it is still the item. Like, what else would you go on Ember in this game? Any defensive item isn't going to cut it. They need something big. And yes, it is good against Timbersaw. Rapier is good against most heroes when you crit for 2,000. You need a lot of armor before that's insignificant.
And EG, well, they thought it was hard getting up before with an Aegis as well as a gem, as well as Cheese. I'm wondering just how hard they feel it's going to be now. Imagine if Secret also get that opportunity to pop into Roshan. We watched that timer again just over 2 minutes before the potential spawn time. We've cracked 15 minutes in the game. Eternal Envy, he's got an Invis rune. He's walking up, but Universe blinks himself away. He is not sticking around for this for too long.
That's such a gamble, though. He's leading the charge with a Rapier and only an Invis rune. If the right hero is
he finds PPD! Misses the timing, blinks down then! Spirits away.
Seems good.
Sleight of Fist removed 95% of the life of that Wyvern.
That's not bad.
I don't think that was even a crit.
The first one was. So PPD can survive a crit. He has 10 armor.
Okay.
So barely survives a one-shot. But if there's any secondary target next to him with a cleave, he would die in one Sleight of Fist.
Yep.
Scary stuff.
Poppy's got his work cut out for him. I'm almost wondering then if Team Secret, their primary control person, has to be the Axe. Like, Axe is already building into this Scythe of Vice, so he's going to have even more control, but that's the one way that Shallow Grave will not keep this Rapier safe on Team Secret. Oh, Arteezy, the burn! He's just going to die! They got the trap! Eternal Envy with a series chase, the crit hits again! And Arteezy will be forced to buy back. Misery's jumping up. We hit the daytime as well. There's no darkness. There's 25 seconds of daytime left. Team Secret, they've got the advantage. The Lotus Orb's on Envy, and he's moving in deeper, looking for that kill on Universe. Getting very aggressive. You got a Rapier, almost getting cold by Universe.
I can't believe he's going for this kind of aggression. That is so...
he's got balls of steel.
So
Team
high risk.
Secret. They're coming in, they're looking for the tier 3, they've still got this creep wave to deal with. We have to remember EG can get rid of a lot. Pylai die, gonna get caught. Misery jumping forward, they get the punch, but we're back into darkness. Once more, looking for the RP, but cursed up by PPD. It gets revenge down, Bounty Under is down. They push Weehaw out of here. They have to keep this Rapier safe. Eternal Envy is already bailing. Team Secret lose 2, but they do get the buyback out from Arteezy.
Those two are down for a minute and have no buyback. Of course, EG doesn't know this, but EG can at least check the Roshan pit now without too much risk, and they will going into a long nighttime now as well. So... And there's a key item coming out. I was going to talk about this, but too much was happening. Universe now finally gets a Scythe of Vice, and this is the big thing Envy needs to be careful with. Of course, getting Hex doesn't mean he dies. They have a defensive Lotus Orb available.
Roshan's almost 3 minutes on the spawn timer. EG would have just loved to pop in, grab Aegis, grab Cheese.
If that was a short respawn time, the game was almost over.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
Secret are having some things work for them, be it the RNG crits for Eternal Envy, or be it Roshan forcing EG to wait. And this wait time's taking way too long. Like, yeah, you got 40 seconds while RP is out, and maybe that's the only thing they really care about, because without RP, we're really not seeing Weehaw having much of an impact in the fights. He walks around looking for a skewer target and ends up just getting cursed.
This game is now catch Envy. That's the only thing that matters for EG. If they catch and bring him down, you know, just getting him in a call is most likely enough to kill him off. What defensive abilities do they have? They have Shallow Grave, doesn't matter, you can Culling Blade it. They have a Snowball, actually. That's the wild card for Secret, to keep him alive if he gets out of position.
And Misery should be able to get that off. With his BKB, he can just sit behind Envy. Instead, he actually BKBs forward, chases after PPD, finds him up, and there's just Sleight of Fist. PPD just evaporates. Universe as well. Not a healthy man. The skewer comes from Weeha, and do they have enough for follow-up? Oh, Wyvern buys back. They brought down the axe. Now the RP is keeping CatMetaaal out of the fight, allowing Envy, who's only on 450 life, to retreat. They have to get out of here, Team Secret. They'll lose the Tusker, so Misery is down. Piladai also visible underneath Fear's gem, and he may not survive this one. In fact, he will definitely not survive it. 1 minute where Secret are fighting 4v3.
I cannot believe what just happened in that fight. Universe killed himself by Culling Blading a guy under the effects of the Lotus Orb. He actually killed himself trying to kill Weeha. Weeha got enough health up that he couldn't die from the Culling Blade himself, so it just reflected onto Universe and one hit KO'd him. But he had to do something there. Universe was dying anyway, and he wasn't in range for a Culling Blade on anyone else, I think. Oh, Skewer.
Weeha trying it. Well, so we get to be completely wrong about Weeha, or at least I get to be completely wrong about Weeha having no effect when you can get a Lotus Orb timing like that. Eternal Envy's almost at a point where he could potentially pick up another Divine Rapier. He's got a lot of money. Even if he's got to keep it back in the well. So if he dies, he can just respawn, get it, and come back to the engagement.
And you're holding a very good strategic position right here that Secret will have trouble dealing with. They do want to go and get that Roshan, of course. Getting a Rapier on Envy would be great. He might be able to drop, for example, Exclusive Travel to just have the Aegis as insurance, knowing that he has mobility with Blink, or vice versa, whatever he feels like is better.
Fear. He's got an opportunity. Puppey throws out the weep. He's just trying to check out Roshan. Force up will come up. Weeha, no RP for 4 seconds. Already with that Lotus Orb, the Shackle will fly. He'll actually return it. Arteezy, Shackle to himself at the moment. Weeha, he'll still end up diving. No, he gets the RP off. Slows him out for the moment. Puppey can't keep him alive. Misery, the curse is there. They slice through two. The buyback now coming out from the Magnus. There's no return damage coming in from Secret until the crit! Eternal Envy will arrive. PPD is protected for the moment, but now he's back out there.
Oh, they got the call.
They got the call. Eternal Envy, however, they have that Lotus Orb back on him again. Universe into the pit, but Eternal Envy, the Blink Dagger chases. There it is. The double kill arrives for Eternal Envy. 3 heroes down. Now, what is the choice from Secret? A quick Roshan, but where do they go after that?
Man, the amount of information Puppey got out of getting engaged on there was absolutely massive. They had to buy back the Mag. He got a one-man RP on CatMetaaal. It did almost nothing in that fight, but they still got what they needed to take the fight. Of course, just keeping the heroes off Eternal Envy is absolutely all that matters to Team Secret. Oh, he isn't doing this.
Yeah.
Is he thinking about? Oh.
He's definitely contemplating it. 8.3k gold sitting on this Ember Spirit.
He's not even buying a Moonshard. I mean, why? Can't really use it for much.
Yeah, it's not the greatest item to have on an Ember Spirit.
Time to start buying that Refresher Necronomicon for his Naga build. Gotta use it for something, right?
But really, what's he gonna do, man? Like, you're not gonna drop Blink Dagger and BTs to pick up that second Rapier. Well, hang on. Hello, Envy.
I think it's just going to...
Is he? Yeah!
Okay.
He drops the Monkey King bar. Very risky.
This could be a pretty big mistake, actually.
Because he can't directly attack into the wind range now.
Now he can't hit Artesian. I disagree with this choice. I mean, it's great for killing everyone else, but it's not like he was lacking damage in the first place.
The other option is Arteezy never knows when he's got a win run. Like, he's going to win run the second Envy gets slightly close to him. He may not have that time to do it.
That is absolutely true.
So with that, Eternal Envy just ensures the pop. With a double Rapier. Now Eternal Envy looks down the mid at EG's base. They would like to get a counter Rax. EG still have that Rax advantage, and we get an E-Blade build up for Puppey. He's holding on to Eternal Envy's BTs. So when this Aegis goes, EE can get his movement speed back, because currently he's sitting at 310 movement speed. It's a very, very slow Ember.
And it's just another defensive item, right? They're like, okay, how many possible ways can we protect Eternal Envy? And oh, now we can also make him immune to physical damage. That's pretty nice against the Wind Ranger. And EG have 0 counter items right now. They don't have any Diffusal Blade to remove it with. So they can't get through the Ghost Scepter effect. What's it actually called? I can't remember what it's called. What you cast?
The
Ether Blast.
Yeah.
Effects.
Universe, nice call. Getting on Misery. It's still not nighttime. They might be able to pop ducks in a moment. Misery triggers his BKB and gets a Lotus Orb on him. In the meantime, Eternal Envy took off 2/3 of the life that bottom tower, but Misery shackled to a tree. Secret just have to bail out, but they're being chased. This super melee creep is just stalking Puppey to the grave, and that's exactly where Puppey will end up. Smell jumping forward, but Eternal Envy, he just destroys PPT. Puppey shallow graving himself up, has got a little bit more life, and then 4 stars away. Sumail chasing the counter, but doesn't get the reward. Universe so low. Weehaw with a shockwave. Have they got enough? Yeah, you bet it. Eternal Envy with a sleight of fist, again able to reach into the EG pockets and take their lives. The tracks are on Sumail and Fear as they retreat back into their home, but Eternal Envy is looking to take it from them. The Blink RP, Sumail being brought back. The damage, it's just too much. Sumail is gone. A triple kill for the Divine Envy at this point. He'll take out the tier 3 tower fortifications. The only thing that can stop him, technically Arteezy's damage. Now Eternal Envy does jump back out to his defensive spirit. Still got 2 minutes left on this Aegis of the Immortal. But EG, they bought back on Sumail. They need to keep Secret out.
I really feel sorry for PPD having to deal with this kind of damage.
He has the to be important. And what can he do? Like, he sits back and with the Blink Dagger, but Eternal Envy's got his own. He jumps in. There's your attack to Mail. They got that Hex. Eternal Envy, he's still got the Aegis Immortal. It's another 1 minute left in it. We've got to keep our eyes on the timing of this, however. I think Team Secret, they're flagging it too, but when Envy spirits away like that, so obviously you can get the shackles. Actually, no, he can't. Paladai escapes. Puppey is being chased by Sumail, and he's actually going to go in deeper. Sumail, be careful about this. There's no RP, but pull back. Where's the punch? He'll timber chain himself away to safety. PPD, he's got the curse available, but they've already locked it. Eternal Envy. Okay, he's got nothing available. He is, if he had anything, Eternal Envy has gone in and robbed his locker box.
This is so absurd.
Is it third time? Do you almost drop the panel Fury to get more damage? Like, he's just got so much. It's 10k gold still on Eternal Envy. They'll take the bottom racks, and they look for more. The steering chains control Sphere, but it's allowing Secret to go for objective-based gaming. They're looking for the buildings, they're looking for the racks. They've taken one, and they should be able to get the second. There's no Sumail, there's no PPD. They have to wait. Universe, there's your E-Blade already on top of Arteezy. He just can't attack. He starts to focus. Fire Snowball in. There's your RP. Skewer him back. Eternal Envy, there's your damage. Double kill for him. It's just so easy. Team Secret doing the work. The double buybacks are arriving, but Universe to the front line is just giving more blood to him. Universe, he's so low and now in fact dead. Dazzle, Puppey's basic attack is what ends up killing off your big axe. 82nd on the sideline. They're gonna lose all 3 lanes of racks. Sumail is up in 15 seconds time, and this may be the only thing left for him. The Aegis Immortal is lost for Eternal Envy. Puppey, time to get BTs over to Eternal Envy. In fact, yeah, he's calling for him to turn around. 4 stops up to do it. Wind Ranger does manage to get the pick off on the Tuskar. But Team Secret, they got what they came for. 2 lanes of rushes. Paladai won't get out this one scot-free. Sumail, they reclaim, well actually they take the gem off Team Secret. And Puppey also very isolated at the moment. He'll go down as well, trying to E-Blade himself away to safety. The Team Secret getting a lot of exit kills, but all of Team Secret have buyback.
Yep, they all have buybacks, and it's going to take EG a long time to get to their base in the first place. They have to go back and defend the mid lane. It's being pushed from, or rather the bottom lane here. PPD is going to be taking care of that. And you got to say, when you're reaching this point as EG, I think you need to buy, just buy... Oh,
it's
oh, there's nothing on it.
No, there's nothing on it. It wasn't another rapier. Eternal Envy actually buys a BKB at this point. That's his next item to choose. Can he please buy a moonshot? He's got so much money as well. Like, at this point, it's worth it. Like, he's dishing out almost 1,000 damage. Like, just on his basic display of damage, it's almost hitting 1,000.
The only thing he can use a moonshot for is hitting buildings.
Yeah.
And until it's the absolutely last thing he needs, he's not going to buy it.
Maybe at least counter the slow that he's getting out from EG with the attack speed. Look at that graph. The captain of Team Secret would say that's a drastic change in the experience and net worth. Dropping down, it was almost a 20,000 advantage, 12,000 on the gold. And Team Secret are repairing it bit by bit, but EG, they're back inside the base of Team Secret. Misery already forced to use this BKB of his. It's pretty low charge anyway. It's down to 5 seconds on him. So he doesn't really care about popping it, but EG, They need to get something big. They need something glorious right now, or else Team Secret will take this first game.
All right, PPD, every single team fight, he has 75% chance of surviving. As long as he stays in the right position, it's 100%, but right there he could have died. Like, he just didn't get crit by Envy, so...
What have you meant to do?
Fortunate.
Like, there's a Lincoln Sphere and Lotus Orb over on Team Secret. They put both onto Eternal Envy, and they're actually walking outside the base. The Sigil is maybe flying into EG. There's something is a little awry. CatMetaaal is being used as bait. The bottom tower is being attacked in Secret. They do the old wraparound. Actually, wait. Are they making the run? No, they're not going to make the run down the middle. They got enough damage, could just take it and force the Megas out. It's just the top racks melee which is left, but the tier 4 towers being attacked, and EG, like, they don't know what's going on. They don't understand where Team Secret are moving, so Fear is forced to walk over and have a look. Now they see Eternal Envy, Pylai die, as well as Puppey. That's a good pickoff if they can pick up Puppey. But Secret, they're moving over to defend their captain. The Lotus Orb returns to Shackle once again. Eternal Envy, Hex on CatMetaaal. How's he got that time to get away? Not there just yet. Misery locks him in, but the Cold Embrace protection for the moment from the rest of Evil Geniuses, allowing CatMetaaal to blink himself away to safety. But Team Secret, if they can find the engagement, Weeha looking for it. 4 stars forward. Can't really find it. Skewering through the tree line. Can't find EG. Universe, he actually got himself trapped in the tree line. He's waiting where Team Secret cannot see him. PPD, successful TP out. So EG will be able to get away to fight another day, but Team Secret, fight is still so damn strong.
That was a really good play from Secret. The only thing they need to do is draw out time so it's daytime. And Fear, with only this 50-second darkness that he can use, if they can also survive that, they basically secure themselves a Roshan. So that's, of course, the ultimate prize for Secret. Puppey walks in just a bit too early to see it actually returning here. But
it seems Secret really... I'm wondering if this is the classic EE approach to games. You've got money, be happy to die. The smoke's gonna break. This time Pylai die, the darkness will trigger, and Pylai die forced into the river. Can they chase him? The rest of Team Secret, they're trying to get themselves out of here. Eternal Envy, well, he's all the way back at base. He's not here for the fight, so Secret do not have their big damage source. He's got no movement either. So I think the thought process behind... Actually, Roshan's up as well. If EG can get this, they may have a chance. But yeah, with Team Secret, they've got 2 boots of travel sitting currently in their fountain. If they die, they buy back, they pick up their BTs, and they TP directly back into the fight, effectively creating a 7v5 situation. And they can fight outside of their base as well because of that.
I mean, I'm looking at Secret's lineup, and I'm still only seeing this Ember. So if EG buy enough time and start getting more and more items, just more armor, more health, they might be able to start surviving these combos.
Yeah, well done, Envy. He BT to the creep in the mid lane. It got power shotted down. He triggered his BKB, ready to fight, actually dropping one of his Divine Rapiers to be there for the fight. So he has to wait another 30 seconds. He could have actually TP'd himself onto a hero because he got second level BTs. Now he actually drops the BKB and picks up the Rapier again. They're coming down for Roshan.
Didn't work.
Like, he doesn't have enough hands for this Ember Spirit. Can someone give him like a lone druid pet so he can hold all of his items?
This is still Roche for EG.
It is.
All right, calm down there.
They have enough damage. They're going to do this. The Sigil's making it so EG can't contest it. So Aegis the Immortal, they do put it into the hands of Eternal Envy. And again, he removes his boots. There's now EG. You have to stare down the barrel of an Aegis as well as the Cheese. The Cheese is over on Weeha, so even killing the back has become a little bit more problematic. But that Monkey King Bar has now arrived for the Wind Rangers. The Solar Crest, which has been kind of being a bit of a nuisance to RTZ for a while, is now going to be counted. I'm
surprised that RTZ hasn't bought a plate mail, and I think PPD should just have sold his wand and done the same when they don't have buyback. You need to get some sort of defensive item so EE doesn't just one-shot your heroes. It's of course good to have Glass Cannon and Wind Ranger who can deal a lot of damage, but he's fully dependent on timing the Wind Run every single time.
EG, they need to defend this one. PPD is actually in a wonderful position. The problem is, actually there is no problem. He blinks himself away, fearful of being scouted out. Misery is right behind him, but PPD, he knows he's not being watched. He picked up that jet, been sitting on the ground for like the last 20 minutes, and now RP, it's over on RTZ. Can they kill him off in time? The skewer up, Eternal Envy, looking for the cleave damage, but they burn through the Aegis the Immortal. Pylai die, getting dunked, Eternal Envy. You'll come back to living, but How long? The side of Fist, EG perfectly split, so they don't get that spill damage. He blinks over. Now the BKB charge going. The damage on Fear, it's just too much. He is beyond godlike, and Eternal Envy will help to bring down Universe 2, and there it is. Good game. EG, they have stalled this up as long as they possibly could, but 68 minutes is how long it will take for Team Secret on the back of more items than they could possibly hold, more rapiers than Eternal Envy could buy. They will take game 1 of this best of 3 winners bracket final of EG Secret. What a way to start the series. You couldn't have asked for a better start for the winners bracket final.
Envy's playing that last fight where he jumps to his remnant and then blinks back. You could just tell EG knew their only play was catching his Ember, so they just run from side to side. Envy just